Hello, this is the recording for Tuesday, December 5th, pre-algebra, 8 o'clock, and we are talking combinations today. So when I show you what our calendar looks like for this week, we are in the midst of unit number 4, as you can see. We're looking at combinations. So we're taking a look at how we can follow directions for changing different shapes. Now, I want to make sure that you understand the differences between dilation and transformation. So remember that when you dilate any shape by a scale factor, you will be changing the size of it. And in order to do that, remember you have to multiply. So if I would take points 2, 7 for letter A, knowing that this is my scale factor of 5, I'd have to multiply 2 by 5 and 7 by 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 7 times 5 is 35. So we're just multiplying. And we would do that for every single point. Remember too that if we translate a shape, that means we are going to be adding the vector directions to my x and y. So if I would use that same coordinate 2, 7, and I would translate it with my direction vector 4 and 8, I would add 2 and 4 together, which would be 6, and 7 and 8 together, which would be 15. And of course, we do that for every different shape. This is really important today as we work on combinations. Furthermore, we've learned about reflections and rotations. Remember, a reflection is simply reflecting over a line of symmetry or the line of reflection. This is an example of a reflection, as we can see. Versus this one, this example, which is a rotation. The shape has been rotated. Here's A, here's A prime. Once you have all of that under your belt, then you're ready for a little extra challenge today where you will combine all sorts of directions for transformations. So basically you're given a shape and a set of directions, and then you have to transform the shape in multiple ways. So just remember that when you're given a vector, you add. When you're given a scale factor, you multiply. So just a little reminder there. Here's what I mean. Here's the transformation that we have to follow. First of all, it wants us to First of all, it wants us to use a vector, and then it wants us to dilate. So we have to look at A first, and we have to follow the two directions that are given. So first, we have to look at the vector directions, 7 and 3. And then we add the vector directions to all the existing coordinates. So we would have to add 7 to -2 and 3 to 0. Add 7 to -3 and 3 to -2. Same with point C. Add 7 to -5 and add 3 to -2. All right. So once I do that, here are my new coordinates. Here are my new coordinates. -2 plus 7 is 5. 0 plus 3 is 3. See how I did that? -3 plus 7 is 4. -2 plus 3 is 1. But I'm not done because I have another direction here. I have to dilate. So when I dilate, I'm going to use what I had in that yellow box, and we have to dilate the shape by multiplying each coordinate by the scale factor. The scale factor is 4. So now I'm using what I had in my yellow box, in order to multiply by 4. 5 times 4, 3 times 4. 4 times 4, 1 times 4. 2 times 4, 1 times 4. So when I do that, here are my final coordinates for my shape. So I had to use my vector first, and then I had to do my dilation. I have to follow all the directions. Let me show you one more example. Here's my original shape. Here are my directions. So I'm going to take each point and I'm going to add the vector to them. So let me show you how I would do that. -3 and -2 have to be added to the existing coordinates. So 2 plus -3 is -1. 4 plus -2 is 2. 5 plus -3 is 2. 2 plus -2 is 0. So I have to do that for each one. 3 plus -3, 0. 1 plus -2, -1. But you're not done because the second direction is to dilate. We have to take these new coordinates and multiply them all by the scale factor of 4. So let's do it. I'm going to take my new coordinates. I'm going to multiply each one by 4 because the scale factor is 4. And here's what I finally end up with. There's my final answer. It's so important for you to follow the steps completely. Write them down. You will not be able to remember them. Write them down. Use paper and pencil today. All right, here is your goal. Your goal is to work in Acellus, complete the step called combinations. So one video, one quiz, combinations. And if you have time, you can certainly work in MobyMax. 25 minutes is due on Friday. First priority, Acellus. Second priority, MobyMax. All right, use the time that we would normally have together in class to finish up your work in Acellus and MobyMax. And you can plug in today's attendance, which is up on your screen. It's the one with the peeps and the Christmas tree cookie cups. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.